63% of men under the age of 30 are choosing to be single. And the reality is they live in a culture where they kind of get what they want without having to be married. So they're like, why should I make that level of commitment? Everybody still desires to find someone special. They still want to have intimacy. They still want to feel loved and have a person who loves them unconditionally. So we can't look at this and say something's not working. If you do what most people do, you'll get what most people get.
The risk-to-reward ratio for men in marriage is completely unbalanced. Men get the absolute worst end of the deal.
The secret to what women want is simple. They want guys who are happy single. If you're a single guy, the most important thing you can do is stop waiting around for a girlfriend to live your best life. Proactively find things that make you happy, that have nothing to do with women. Maybe this means leaving your comfort zone and learning to travel alone, or making new friends, or even starting a new career. Once you put yourself first, women will follow.
Let's be honest about relationships today. A lot of women aren't just looking for a happy guy to settle down with. They're actually looking for a man whose peace and control they can mess with. A man who truly knows himself, who is independent and grounded. He's not easily fooled. He sees entitlement, manipulation, and unnecessary drama coming from a mile away. Frankly, many modern women approach stable men not to be partners, but to offload their own issues and basically drain his energy. The guys who have truly leveled up know this, and that's precisely why they're choosing to protect their peace and stay single.
Look at this article I found today. The dangerous rise of men who won't date woke women. Pathetic. I know you probably can't tell, but I'm quite woke and very alert to social injustice. Woke discrimination in dating should not be tolerated. Also, who wouldn't want this? I mean, look at these bangs. They're perfect. Come to think of it, I've been single for the past 10 years, ever since I started free bleeding in women's marches. But what kind of man doesn't love that level of confidence? I don't even have that many dating requirements. I mean, he has to be a vegan, obviously, and he must have his pronouns in his bio. He must provide proof of vaccination and all his boosters, and he must wear an N95 mask or equivalent during sex, but forget about condoms because that's what abortion healthcare is for. He needs to be okay with the fact that I don't shave any body hair, but he has to be perfectly manscaped with the body of Chris Hemsworth. He also must be okay with the fact that I wear natural deodorant. It doesn't really work, but at least I don't have aluminum seeping into my skin. And last but not least, he must not like video games or sports. So I don't really know what the problem is. I'm a total catch. Did you ever think that maybe it's your attitude, or maybe it's your irrational list of standards? What do you mean attitude? Also, I don't have to lower my standards for any man or anyone.
This is the perfect example. We can easily recognize these things from the way out. And once you finally see the pattern, you'll never be tricked again.
Do you think men are happier when they are single or in a relationship? This question comes up because I got into a bit of an argument on Facebook this week because someone had posted a very long and detailed post alluding to just that fact. That men, when they are free to pursue their own goals and see who they want and hang out with friends and do all the things that they want to do, are actually happier than when they're in a relationship. And I agreed, because the reality is that men typically give up their goals and hopes in lieu of whatever she wants them to do. Of course, this led to a lot of arguments and a lot of hate from the women at me, which I am very much used to, which is fine. What I want to know is,
when you get enough lonely single men in their young ages of like 20 to 30, right, with no family, no kids, nothing to die for, to stand for, you're going to have public tragedies keep happening. Soon they'll start targeting higher ups in government because, you know, once the greed sets in from those at the top and they take more and more and more and you're left with nothing, then you'll really see the, quote, revolt everybody talks about.
When a system steals a man's hope, his family, and any sense of purpose, all while the elite are getting richer, what do you expect but rage? You can only squeeze people so hard for so long before they push back. Ignore this brewing despair, and it won't be silent. It will be chaos.
Don't chase women.
Really?
They'll chase you. You meet a lady, you express to her how wonderful she looks or how you respond to the way she looks or whatever it is, and then go on about your business.
Keep your head down and focus entirely on your work. When you've built something great, the right woman will notice and she'll invest in you. Maintain your focus, keep a bit of mystery, and let her be the one to pursue.
Yes, men are happy being single. They are. They're definitely enjoying it more than they used to before. And I see it, it's gotten harder to date, lately. Men are very satisfied in their lives without women. They are. They're working a lot, either working a lot, or if they're not working, then, they'll hang out with their friends, with their family, with their kids. Well, with their kids, it's a given. But yeah, they're happy being, if they're not married, they're happy being, bachelors and having their own space and not having to commit to anyone. So yeah, this wasn't the case before, but this is what it is now.
Single men are truly thriving right now. A lot of guys are figuring out they don't actually need a relationship to feel complete. They've got their careers, their hobbies, great friendships, and maybe even kids. And they're focusing on those. Being a bachelor today is all about pure freedom, privacy, and living without the constant pressure to settle down. For the first time, men are really living life exactly how they want it, holding on to their peace and independence without compromising.
Let's put it this way. Let's say in only one out of 10 or 1 out of 50 instances, a guy walks up to a girl very politely and says, "How do you do, ma'am? My name's, Rick, and couldn't help but notice you shopping at this here bookstore, and I live in the area. I'm trying to make friends." How does he know that he's not going to end up with a viral clip, a picture taken, accusing me of being a creep?
I'll tell you.
Want to avoid being called a creep? Easy. Just be 6'3", look like a model, and constantly flash your money and status. Done. Problem solved. It's funny how standards only seem to bend when attraction is on the line.
I have a regular man for you, and I want you to tell me if you would marry this man.
Okay.
5'8", about 35 to 50K per year. Would you marry that?
Hell no. Hell no. He's below the poverty line. What are you talking about?
The poverty line is actually far less
regular.
than that.
Yes.
Brian, raise your hands if you would marry him. Yes or no?
I don't even know any men in that
Okay, hold on. So no one at the table would marry this man, right? No one? Okay. Congratulations. You and 1,000 other girls plus we've interviewed said the same exact thing. So it goes back to what I said. You said, most girls are going to get a regular man. No. Most girls want extraordinary men.
They told us point blank to leave them alone, saying they weren't interested in the average person. So we respected that. You can't build a real future with someone who deep down resents you. They chose the chaos, insisted they didn't need us, and demanded space. We gave it to them, and honestly, we ended up much happier. The peace we've finally found now? That's something they'll never be able to touch. That's it for this video, guys. Help us grow by subscribing to the channel. Drop your thoughts down below and don't forget to leave a like as well. See you next time.